The Louisiana Purchase Exposition of 1904 was one of the largest World's Fairs ever held. An entire city inside Forest Park in St. Louis. More than 1,500 buildings, canals, fountains, and massive exhibition halls suddenly filled the landscape. But within just a few years, almost everything vanished. Over 20 million people visited what many called the Ivory City, a temporary city of white palaces illuminated by thousands of electric lights. The scale of the fair was staggering. Massive domes dominated the landscape. Towering columns. Enormous doorways. The largest building, Palace of Agriculture, stretched over 1,600 feet long. That's the length of 5 football fields. According to official records, most of these buildings were constructed in just a few years, using temporary materials like plaster and wood framing. But when looking at the size and detail of these structures, some people still ask, how could a city of this scale appear so quickly? Behind the ornate facades of the buildings that were huge steel and wood frames. Every steel beam was connected by hot rivets hammered into place high above the ground. Inside the halls were displays of science, industry, and natural history. The fairgrounds also featured canals, reflecting pools, and the Grand Basin. At night, more than 100,000 electric lights illuminated the buildings and water. Visitors described it as one of the most spectacular sights of the early 20th century. Today, the buildings are gone. Forest Park has returned to quiet lakes, trees, and open fields. But the landscape still carries the footprint of that temporary city, and only one major building from the fair remains. The Palace of Fine Arts survived the demolition. Today it stands as the St. Louis Art Museum, a silent reminder of the enormous exposition that once filled the park. For 7 months in 1904, St. Louis hosted one of the most ambitious exhibitions ever built. A city of palaces that dazzled millions, then disappeared almost as quickly as it came, leaving behind only photographs and questions. What if some of those magnificent structures were already there? Inherited and then used for the fair. Sometimes history leaves behind more than answers. Sometimes it leaves behind mysteries.